So now I'm sure you guys know what Brown v. Board of Education is. It was an absolutely historic case that came to the Supreme Court, in which the Supreme Court ruled that separate but equal did not uphold, and that they're not actually equal, and that there needed to be integration within schools. And if you don't know about the Supreme Court case, you should learn about it, look it up. It's very interesting. Now, Trump has a judicial nominee that is going through the process of becoming a federal judge. Now, here's what this article says. It's very interesting, okay? And it's kind of, we've seen a lot of people who have been appointed for positions in the Trump admin or in other positions. Like, there were some other judges who didn't know jack shit, or people who were going to try to be judges who didn't know jack shit, and they got exposed by the congressional members who were questioning them. I can't remember the guy, but there was one specific guy who did it, and then he dropped out. Now, this article says, a federal judicial nominee on Wednesday refused to say whether she agrees with the 1954 Brown v. Board of Education Supreme Court decision that ruled separate but equal. Schools are unconstitutional when grilled during her Senate confirmation hearing. Quote, do you believe that Brown v. Board of Education was correctly decided? Senator Richard Blumenthal asked Trump judicial nominee Wendy Vitter. Senator, I don't mean to be coy, but I think I get into a difficult area when I start commenting on Supreme Court decisions which are correctly decided and which I may disagree with. My personal, political, or religious views I would set aside. She goes on to say, I would respectfully not comment on what could be my boss's ruling. It says, if confirmed, Vitter will become a federal judge in the Eastern District of Louisiana, a district that includes New Orleans, a city whose population is nearly 60% African American. She currently serves as the general counsel for the Roman Catholic of New Orleans, and her nomination was supported by Mitch Landrieu, the city's Democratic mayor. Okay, so there are certain things that should be like very easily, right? Very easy to answer. There should be very easy things to know. Brown v. Board of Education, good. Dred v. Scott, bad. And there's a list of those that just go on of things that have been overturned. Integration in schools. If you think that they got that wrong, that integration in schools is separate but equal is constitutional, then you shouldn't be a judge, because you are clearly somebody who is very, racist, literally. It's not separate but equal. And if you still, and the funny thing is, and I always have to explain this, is that the white nationalist movement has the whole idea is separate but equal. It's just, we want separation of countries. So we want this country to be white, this country to be black, and, have your own national stuff. But it's not really equal. Okay, and that gets to the whole thing of, hey, why do you want to kick people out? If you think that they're equal, but it's not separate but equal. And the fact that we have to go back to Brown v. Board of Education to debate whether or not it's right is ridiculous. I mean, the vast majority of the country agrees that yes, this is something that we all fucking agree on. Absolutely everyone. And the fact that a judicial nominee would say this is absolutely nuts.